If you've been here before, you might remember I've made a few videos where we built all of these raised beds around the edge of our lawn, and they were great for the first year. You know, they filled with wildflowers, and Liv made the use of the built-in bench with all of her friends. But when the second year came around, we decided not to plant as much, and it became quickly apparent that the beds were already tired, and the wood we used was probably a bit too thin, and you can see it was warped, and overall they just weren't what we wanted. So, we came up with a design that opened the garden up. It introduced some curves to break up all the angles, and it created a few different zones, one of which kept a grass area. There was space to plant some flowers and a gravelled area for our patio set, and this was the end result. This video is just documenting the process of getting there. So we started off by marking out the outlines of the different zones with spray paint, and you can see those gold lines on the ground there. And we also took out the planters one by one, and could then use the sprayed lines as guides to dig up the grass where we were going to have those borders. Where we dug up a lot of that earth, we used it to level the bottom part of the garden that was going to be gravelled, which is what you can see here. And then before we laid any gravel down, I wanted to extend the patio by one strip of tiles. Now doing this is relatively simple, and I'm not the person to do a detailed video on this, but you basically put down some coarse sand and level that out, and then you put down a layer of patio cement, which you again just level out. You then dampen that and lay the slabs on top, and if you don't do it like that, you're done, basically. So with those extra tiles added, we had the gravel delivered and could lay down a weed membrane at that point. And then it was just a case of wheelbarrowing the gravel into place, and that was a long process, but here's a very small snippet of that.
The slug's gonna eat my plants.
Yeah. Where you gonna live? I don't believe you just killed something.
With the senseless murdering out of the system, the garden was done at that point, and it just needed some grass seed around the border. The only thing left was to find a solution for the air source heat pump in the corner. And I took the old bench from the planters and used this as the basis for a new cover, as this excellent dramatic build montage is about to show you. So we couldn't add sides to the air source heat pump, one to let air through and two because it wouldn't go over the air source heat pump, but you could see the legs were a bit wobbly, so we added these diagonal stretchers that added that rigidity, and with those in place we could then go ahead and drop it over the air source heat pump, and that's that done. All that was left to do was to give the patio a sweep and then just enjoy the new garden. Now this channel is mainly woodworking, but there are lots of garden projects that I've got coming up, so if you like this one, stick around for those. Or, you know, if you didn't, I guess don't do that.